Okay, this is lab 2. Install and configure DHCP for CIN2003. So first we start the machine, the DC machine. Okay. While it's booting, what are the 3 types of DHCP installations in terms of infrastructure? Centralized, distributed, and hybrid. Both and hybrid. Okay. Which one uses relay agent? Good revision. Centralized, very good. Okay, now we log in. You see, we are still logging in administrator to the local server because we have not installed a domain yet. So we already know our password. Okay. Now we open the server manager. Add roles and features. You can follow with me while I'm. So just follow with me, install the DHCP while we are doing it. Okay. Add role. Do you want me to repeat this part or let's easy this one? Do I need to repeat it? Okay. Add roles and features. Don't change anything, just next. Role based, don't change. Default. Default. Now here you need to change to select DHCP server. Okay. Add feature. Next. Next. Don't change anything, please. Only that one. Here, restart if needed. Yes, it's all recommended. And then install. Final step is install. It will not take long. It's a bit slow, I know. Okay. Wow. Took almost 1 minute. Did it finish on your screen, on your computer? Finished? Still? Anybody is done? No? It took longer than usual. It has to do with the bandwidth. Okay. We have time. You can, yeah, remove it. You do untick. When you go to add role, untick, remove. Menu. Manage. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Manage and then add roles and features. Okay, let's just continue this, please. Now we are done, so we need to go to tools. Please follow with me. I know it is easy, but there are some important points. Okay. Choose DHCP. Maximize it. Now this is my. We will use the IP version 4, so I'll click on IP version 4. Right-click, new scope. Next. What is the scope name given to us? Anybody is following? Lab 2, page 15 maybe now. Page 11, 12. Did they give the scope name or shall we use our own? We will call it lab. No, there is a scope name, but it's okay. We can give it any name. It does not matter. Something that related to us. So we will call it lab 2, okay? Description also, this is DHCP lab. Okay, next. This is important. The start of the IP address. What is your IP address or your DC? It should be the start here. Okay. Now let's say you forgot your IP address. What do? You go and check your IP address. So I'll come here. Open. Ethernet. Adapter options. Right-click. Properties. TCP IP version 4. See, my IP address is 10.0.1.1. Okay. So it's good I'm recording this. This will help you when you want to find out what's your IP address while you are inside. 10.0.1. Yours will be different, I think. It depends. Your last 2 digits of your ID, we said. And we will use 255.255.255.0. Okay. The length is how much is the length? 24, because 8 plus 8 plus 8. So the subnet mask is 20. Sorry, here we made a mistake. This is 10.0, the end IP address, 1.1. Dot what? What's the end? 100, very good. The subnet mask is 24. Okay, like if it's a class C. Okay, next. Are you all following? We'll continue. Yalla, okay. Okay, now the exclusion. 10.0.1.1 to 10.0.1.10. Now in the exam, they might tell you, do not the first 5 IP addresses or the first 10 IP addresses will be reserved. So then you know that they are excluded. So they will not tell you exactly exclude 10. Okay. And they will ask you like this. Install a service that will allow your server to distribute IP addresses automatically. The scope is use the first 100 IP addresses for your scope. Do not use the first 10 IP addresses for automatic distribution. So you know that your scope is from 1 to 100, and the exclusion is from 1 to 10. Very good. Okay, now we add this. Yeah. but use your IP address. You want to know how I found the IP address? How do you find your IP address? You forgot your IP. Okay, what you do, you just come here. There are different ways to do it. You can just come here, right-click on this one, open network and internet settings, then choose Ethernet, okay? Change adapter options, but don't change anything. Now right-click here, properties, choose TCP IP version 4. Don't tick anything or untick anything. Just choose it and then choose properties. It will give me all the information about my IP address. Okay? Done? Maybe you forgot to put an IP address. You need to put it now, please. You are using your DC machine. We have done it in the lab, but do it now, please. You want to use my IP address, use it, 10.0.1.1. All right? We'll wait for you, okay? Do it now. Any questions? So this is my exclusion, 1 to 10. لا. The start is the pool, يعني the range. Scope, يعني the range. Should range of IP addresses that you have to give. So and I have 100. I will give 100. But the first 10, I will not give them to anyone. They are excluded for some other people. Maybe for the domain server, for the email server, for the web server. Okay? Okay, Marwa? All right, next. Okay, Zahid. Next. Now it asks you the duration. As I told you before, the default duration is 8 days. Least duration is 8 days. Remember that. Next. Now it says, do you want to configure the extra options? Your gateway, your DNS? Yes. Now, what is your router or default gateway? Since we have only one machine and our machine is the DC, so my IP address, my gateway will be the same, my DC IP address. So don't put my IP address, put your DC IP address. 10.0 for my case, 1.1. And click on add. Okay, next. Now it asks for my domain. My domain is, I just click on this one. Next. Here, don't change anything. Win server, we are not using Win, so it's just by default. Next. This is very important question. If you forget to activate, it will not be working. So you have to activate it. So keep it yes. Next. Finish. Excellent. So now I can check my configuration. This means we are done. So this is my scope. Look here. Address pool, I have from 1 to 100. Exclusion 1 to 10. This is how you troubleshoot. Okay, scope options. Router 10.0.1.1. DNS 10.0.1.1. Now, if I have another computer and it is connected to this domain, it will take the IP address from this pool. Will it be able to take the IP address 10.0.1.9? No, because it's excluded. Okay, any questions? Reconnect, please. Okay.
Configure now or later? Yes.
Configure now. Configure now.
دكتور الستارت والاند والايباد كل نفس الشيء صح؟
No, the range from 1 to 100. Okay, this is the lab. So we are done with installing the DHCP. Okay, we have done these steps. We have created the scope. Yes? Yeah, the start is your ID. No, the X is the middle one. Yeah. Always the X is in before the last. رقمين. One. This is what you used before, well, you have not configured it yet. The scope. لا exclusion 10.0.x.1 إلى 10.0.x.10.
نفس اللي في البدايه صح؟
إيه. مو 100 مش ال 100 ال 100 كل الرينج كل سكوب 100 we will exclude راح نحجز 10 منهم. 10.4.100 okay next you will use 1 to 10
يعني 1
10 ايوه لانها exclusion.
4
Okay, now we will do the DNS lab, please. Okay, sir, خلاص? Done? You can follow with me now and then. لا, okay, correct. 10.0.4.1 إلى 20. But what is your DC address? The same? .4.1 أي خلاص correct. Yeah. 0.1. Yeah. Okay, now we'll go to the next lab, configuring DNS zone. You know, when you practice, you can install, you can configure a new virtual machine and you can practice on it. Okay, now we are going to, let me share my screen again. We are going to install DNS, Lab 3. Lab 3. 10.0.x.1
نفس اللي
هو 4 I think for you you choose 4.
الدكتور تعال نجرب